Welcome to Transform Today, a place where we can have an open and honest conversation. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. Well, it's kind of great to be here with you today. This will be the second video in the Transform Today series since I took about a month off to have a break. And that first set of series of this video series, we talked about a number of things. I shared some of my interests, some of my hobbies, some of my thoughts. We talked about just fun things, and we talked about serious things. And today I want to share another hobby of mine that I do. And you might see part of that here. I'm waving it in front of the camera here. This is my driver for golfing, given to me by a good friend, a very nice driver. You know, it'd be great though is if I could learn how to actually use it. So that tells you a lot about my skills as a golfer. Golfing has always been something that I've done casually. And matter of fact, this past Saturday, a good friend of mine, a fellow pastor, and I went golfing to the Red Tail Landing, which is out by Edmonton Airport. And first time he's golfed there, first time I've golfed there, and don't ask me the score, because I never kept track of it. I lost every single ball that I had in my bag on that 18 holes. It was my first time out this year, and like I said, as a casual golfer, I'm pretty sure, I'm convinced I bit off more than I could chew. It just totally mentally exhausted me. And I know that my friend David, he was challenged too. This is the first time he was golfed on a course. It's a nice course. I would recommend it, that you go there. It's in Leduc County, and it's just right there at the international airport. You can't miss it. Go for it. Give it a whirl. I was thinking about COVID-19, thinking about March 2020, when all this sort of really hit Canada, we'll say, in the world in general. Things were shutting down. Then we moved into phase 2. The Alberta government planned to reopen. And one of the first places that reopened, I think, were golf courses. Golf courses are really easy to manage when it comes to physical distancing and that kind of thing, and taking care of the, cleaning everything, like the carts and the golf clubs and stuff like that. They really did a good job of that, and it was the same way at Red Tail Landing when we showed up there to meet our 10:30 tee off. There we go. We got a cart. We got all started. Everything was set up. We met, it was a foursome. We were teamed up with another two. We met them, and of course, me, I'm the kind of golfer that either loses all his balls or, put it this way, I have a certain number of chances of getting through a hole, then I stop and I move on to the next one. I don't want to keep everybody there for the whole day. So, do you like golfing? And how do you golf? Are you a good golfer, etc., etc.? And I hope that you've been able to get out there. We've had some beautiful weather this year to golf, and it's a nice distraction. It's good for the health. You're out in the air there, getting fresh air. You're exercising, and I'm not sure if it's good for the mental health if you get frustrated, but it's something to consider anyways this summer. So what kind of hobbies do you have? We talked about that in one of these videos already. There's so many different kinds of hobbies. Golfing is a casual, and I've golfed in some pretty neat places. When I was in the military full-time, my different postings, every base has a golf course and a curling club and a hockey arena. So you can golf, you can play hockey, you can curl. Not in all of, not all the places have those, but the larger bases have all those facilities usually. The best and most interesting place that I was able to golf was on Vancouver Island. I was posted to CFB Comox, and that's a unique place in itself because the unit I was with, we'd have our annual golf tournament / ski day. Didn't always work out this way, but typically what that meant is in the morning we'd go up to Mount Washington, we ski pretty well a large portion of the day, morning into the afternoon. Then we would be finished there, we'd come back to the base and we'd go to the local golf course at the base, which was a really nice golf course. And we'd play at least 9 rounds, maybe even 18 if we could get it in. And it's I think the only place in the world that I've been in the only place I've been in Canada where you can ski in the morning and golf in the afternoon. I mean, think about that. Where else can you do that? I imagine there are other places in the world that you can do that, but certainly in Comox at that time we could do that. I'm not sure if you could do that today, but anyways. So that was an interesting place. I learned, I guess, learned. That's not the right word when it comes to golfing. I started my attempt at golfing in Comox when I was posted there. It was my first posting when I was a young guy. And on a par 3 golf course there close to the base, and away I went, and it was a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of fun with golfing. And I find that it's a great place to go and to hang out and just to, be outside. And it's like riding a motorcycle, and this is what I mean by that is you have to deal with the environment. And anywhere from wind, anywhere from rain, anywhere from really hot, anywhere from even animals. I remember one time I was golfing in the Penticton area, and I can't remember the name of the golf course. I was there with my father-in-law. We were golfing, and there's these rodents. I think they were marmots, all over the golf course, everywhere we went. And I remember thinking, jeepers, I got to be careful. I might hit one, but not on purpose because, as I said, I'm not a very good golfer, by accident. And he said, don't worry about it. They get out of the way. They're used to golfing. And they were everywhere. It was a beautiful golf course, though. If you ever want a really great place to golf, go to Penticton. Get up in the hill there and get on some of those par 3s. And I tell you, you're going to have a great time. And even if you never golf, just do it. It's hilarious sometimes. It's just absolutely, and it can be quite frustrating. So I've talked about golf and my golfing, and I think I'll just leave it at that. That's just one of the hobbies I do, which I'm not very good at, and hopefully one day maybe I'll be a little more serious about it, maybe not. I really don't care about that. It's just a great time to be with people outside. And so I hope that you have a chance to do that this summer, here in central Alberta and just basically in Canada. The summers are short, the winters are long, and if you think about maybe all the things that you've been gone through since March when we really got into this pandemic, maybe some of the struggles that you are going through, you kind of need a distraction once in a while, get your mind off things. I've been able to go back to the gym here in the community I live in. That's very easily managed. It's safe, and it's we can go there. Other places like larger cities and larger communities are a little more complicated. But nevertheless, I've been able to get back and do some things that I used to do before we all shut down there in March. So again, I hope that you are well. I hope that you are out there helping others. I hope that you are visiting your family if you can, at least if not by face-to-face, but online or some other way. Stay connected, stay engaged, stay positive. And, I'm not sure if everyone that hears this is a person of faith. I am a Christian, a biblical Christian, and without getting into details about that, that has held me throughout my life for the past 32 years. And the high road and the low road and all the good, the bad, and the ugly, and even through COVID-19. And, I've had my stress and I've had my anxiety, especially as a leader in the church community and in the Canadian Armed Forces as a chaplain, trying to help people out there. It's tough, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, we can get through this. Um, and have a great day. Shalom.